coach, put me in the game.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the...
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And featured this week is Darren Waller. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Texans and the Browns. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Hill on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Kamara up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. After the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 45 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Kamara is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They run it again with Kamara. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. Again, this is Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter.
And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Cleveland offense making their way out. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
And now out comes Houston.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score.
He's got a man complete.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
21-0 our score after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On play action, Cousins. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the ball.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
After review of the play,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now Kamara. Skirts by him at the 35. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. On the ground, this is Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So that drive 7 plays in length, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins finding Knox there, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A give running right is Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this returnable for Hill. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Watson. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. On the ground, Kamara. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. 144 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Kamara. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the... And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Alvin Kamara, career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Texans open the lead up to 34-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Chubb running right. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Hill to return it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, and he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point try, good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the 29, Cousins. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins again. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 33. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's out to Chubb, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Cousins. It's caught, Cooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Cousins. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Cousins to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brandon Ayuk. That's the first half. into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter.
Fielded right around the 8. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Kamara.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They run it again with Kamara.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Watson on first down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Texans extend their lead yet again. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
first down, they'll run with Chubb. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Rolling to his left, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Browns. From 19 yards away. And the Browns are able to claw one back. Extra point by York is up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, first and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Here's Cousins. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a third and long. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Watson. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. Oh, some strong running. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So it's a letdown there. They get the ball in tremendous position following the turnover, but they come away empty-handed.
Oh, man, you hate to waste field position like that. Your defense did you the favor of getting you the ball on this side of the 50, but neither the offense nor the kicking team could capitalize.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Gets this one to Hill. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now they're in the hurry-up. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have got it on cruise control. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And it's fielded at the 34. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, third quarter in Indy. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Watson now to throw. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Jacoby Brissett, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. On 2nd down, Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Dances by him. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. Running with Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's... Here, someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Kamara, and he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Here we go with Kamara. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense, right?
Yeah,
if you know,
on him.
Right? You know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him.
Now Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run it with Kamara. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Browns set and ready to go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. To throw is Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
York able to send this one through.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 40-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got another first down, and he's also just a few yards short of 200 for the ball game. From the red zone now, Watson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson.
Back to Kamara for another catch. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alvin Kamara punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From the 6. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And the Browns getting set to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. 1st down. Here's Cousins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, that's not one you see very often on Aaron Donald because we know he's not trying to do anything intentional. But that time, just a little too late for the officials' liking.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And he'll hit the slant route. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson and Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Here's Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Here's Watson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Kamara, touchdown, Houston. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Raymond Calais now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Cousins on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Aaron Donald picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins under pressure. They got him again. Jonathan Allen, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Charles, are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people and their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. On 4th down, Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Out of his end zone now is Calais. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Cleveland offense making their way out. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Cousins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They go play action. Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Cousins now. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
York able to send this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Watson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st down, Watson. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, it's Watson. That is caught by Anderson. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. To throw is Watson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown. Just added to their totals. And Carter, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are on uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah, a couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Out of his end zone now is Calais. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. With Brown set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, he shifts past him. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline?
It's caught at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Out of his end zone now is Calais.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Cousins. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Texans, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.